ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा सदा मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलान् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी पुष्पाणुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण everyone. To let me know if you please let me know if you can hear me well now.
Yeah, Prabhuji, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So, welcome to our systematic study for Vedic scriptures. I hope everyone is doing nice. How are you all doing?
Yes, Prabhuji, doing good.
Sorry, say again.
No, I just said I doing good, Prabhuji. Yeah, nice to be back.
Okay, nice. So, yeah, in the Bhagavad Gita, we are entering into the chapter 15. No? The yoga of the supreme person, uh, and it's very important. First of all, we should congratulate ourselves that we have completed chapter 14, which is very important for us to understand um, the different modes of nature, the world where we are living. And obviously, Lord Krishna in the chapter end, summary verse, what he said is that we should transcend and engage ourselves in the devotional service. So, give me one second. Mm, Yeah. So, in this 14th chapter, in the end, Lord Krishna is saying that we should give up all the attachments with the material world, whether it is mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance, and we should engage ourselves deeply in devotional service, pure devotional service. Pure devotional service is possible when we transcend the modes of material nature, which means we need to detach ourselves from the influence of the material world. And this chapter 15, where we are going to discuss about Purushottama Yoga, or the yoga of the Supreme Person, is all about how to detach ourselves, and attain success. So before we start this chapter, from the Gita Mahatmya, we have a very nice story where Lord Shiva is telling to Parvati. He is telling that um, this chapter 15 is very glorious. Yeah, the and he is saying that in Gauradesh, not our Gauradesh in Cologne. In Gauradesh, there is a king named Narasingha, and he is very powerful. He is so powerful that he was able to defeat even the demigods, devatas, and he had a commander in chief whose name is Sharab Merunda. So, being a very powerful king and also commander, and which means that he could defeat and acquire a lot of wealth or lot of kingdom. So, this Sharab Merunda, who is the commander, he um, had a plan, because he wanted to enjoy, uh, having this propensity to enjoy. So he had a plan that, along with the prince, the king's son, both of them, they wanted to do what? They wanted to kill the king and become the ruler of Gauradesh. So that was his plan. So he did his plans and arranged things, but what happened is, in the meanwhile, he was affected by cholera. He got cholera and very quickly died. And in the next life he became a horse in the kingdom of Sindhu. Hmm. In the country of Sindhu, he became a horse, and this horse was very beautiful, was very fast at running, and has all the qualities of a prize horse. We know what is a prize horse, is a horse that, yeah, the kings used to send. Yeah, if there is a horse race, they used to leave a horse which can win them success. For that, so this is having all the qualities of such a prize horse. Um, so the son of a very rich man, from this Gauda Desha, he was in Sindhu, and he saw this horse, and he was very much uh, impressed. He was very much impressed. Then he took um, this horse by purchasing it. No? He purchased the horse and immediately went to the Gaudadesh, to his country, and then he visited his king. And then he, um, yeah, when the king asked, "What did you bring?" Because yeah, he's a son of a businessman, definitely some business he wanted to deal. So he asked, "What is that?" And then he said, "Oh, king, in Sindhu, I found a horse of the highest quality, and its equal cannot be found in the whole universe. Uh, and I paid very much money for it. And so the king said, "Bring it immediately." And the horse was brought, and seeing all this high qualities, he examined the horse, and the king paid the businessman whatever he want. So indeed, the deal was very nice, was successful. One fine day, when the king was riding the horse, when he went for hunting, he was in a forest, and he set off, and then he saw a deer, and he was chasing the deer along with his soldiers. But this deer was very quick, and when while chasing this deer, he went and was chasing, and was tired. mm. He went in a direction where others went in some other direction, and he was all alone, riding on this horse. And this this horse, which in previous life was a Shal Merunda, yeah, um, was there. And finally, they didn't catch the deer, but they were too much tired. So, in search of some water and some rest, he sat on a rock. When he was sitting on the rock, all of a sudden there was a, what do you call this, parchment, a small a leaf uh, on which something is written. Yeah. So this flew and came just and landed next to the king when he was on the rock. And then when he took this piece and he was reading, there was a half written shloka from the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. The king started to read, and as the first sound came out of his mouth, that horse fell down to the ground and gave up the horse body. Yeah, this is what Lord Shiva is telling to Parvati, that you know what happened when the king was tired, he was sitting on this rock, and then this parchment came and he started reading. Just when he started reading, the sound itself, when the horse heard, then this horse just dropped, fell down, and even gave up the body. But very interesting is that he attained a transcendental four-armed form. Not just that the horse died, but actually got the form of four-handed. And then immediately sat down in a flower airplane, which was uh, taken to Vaikuntha planet. Uh, so when the king saw everything was stunning, yeah, he was astonished to see what has happened. Yeah, never, what do you call this? Uh, Never such experienced that he had. Uh, and then he was surprised. And then when he was going further, he came to an ashram. he came to an ashram, and sitting in their ashram was a Brahmin. His name was Vishnu Sharma, and then after some time, he um, had um, asked him, uh, how is it possible that an horse can attain Vaikuntha? Because I see that, okay, there is this 400 form that he got, and then there's this plane that's flying. How is it? Okay, please. Then Vishnu Sharma is saying that you had a commander in chief of army in the past, and he's none other than this horse in the next life. Yeah, you know that he died out of cholera, and then the next life was that he is born, and Vishnu Sharma being a mystic, yeah, who had complete control of senses, he could see what was this horse, who was he, and then he told, um, by chance he heard some words from the 15th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and attained Vaikuntha. Huh? Saying so, this gives us a glimpse of what of a power this chapter 15 has. Hmm. Usually, we are known how after hearing to the past time, then we have a Palastuti, and then we are meditating on that. But here I'm already saying that what kind of results we can get if we are very carefully picking up the value of the chapter 15. Hmm. So then what king did is he offered respects to the Brahman, returned to his capital, and again read what was written on this parchment. That's what we need to do. What we need to do is that, okay, not that, okay, yeah, we have finished 14th chapter, let's also finish 15th chapter, then 16, 17, and finally 18, then finish Bhagavad Gita, done. We can keep aside. No, what happened is that the king, he was reading, and reading again this, and then what he did was, um, he mm, has given his kingdom to his son, and himself went off to the forest where he recited chapter 15 regularly from Srimad Bhagavad Gita and quickly attained the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. So, isn't it something exciting for us to go through this wonderful chapter, Purushottama Yoga? We want to know lots of yogas we have heard. What about Purushottama Yoga? Hmm? Haribol?
Yes, Prabhu, absolutely. We're looking forward.
Hmm. Okay, let's begin. Let me share my screen. So, someone would like to read this verse? Apu Prabhu?
Hare Krishna.
Okay, I think Dinath Prabhu, you wanted to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, verse 1. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Urdhva Moolam Adashakam Ashwattam Prahur Avyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Vedasa Vedavid. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Purport. After the discussion of the importance of Bhakti Yoga, one may question, what about the Vedas? It is explained in this chapter that the purpose of the Vedic study is to understand Krishna. Therefore, one who is in Krishna consciousness, who is engaged in devotional service, already knows the Vedas. The entanglement of this material world is compared here to a banyan tree For one who is engaged in fruitive activities, there is no end to the banyan tree. He wanders from one branch to another, to another, to another. The tree of this material world has no end. And for one who is attached to this tree, there is no possibility of liberation. The Vedic hymns meant for elevating oneself are called the leaves of this tree. This tree's roots grow upward because they begin from where Brahma is located, the topmost planet of this universe. If one can understand this indestructible tree of illusion, then one can get out of it. The process of extrication should be understood. In the previous chapters, it has been explained that there are many processes by which to get out of the material entanglement. And up to the 13th chapter, we have seen that. Prabhuji, can you scroll down? We have seen that devotional service to the Supreme Lord is the best way. Now, the basic principle of the devotional service is detachment from material activities and attachment to the transcendental service of the Lord. The process of breaking attachment to the material world is discussed in the beginning of the chapter. The root of this material existence grows upward. This means that it begins from the total material substance, from the topmost planet of the universe. From there, the whole universe is expanded with so many branches representing the various planetary systems. The fruits represent the results of the living entities' activities, namely religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. Now, there is no ready experience in this world of a tree situated with its branches down and its roots upward, but there is such a thing. The tree can be found beside a reservoir of water. We can see that the trees on the bank reflect upon the water with their branches down and roots up. In other words, the tree of this material world is only a reflection of the real tree of the spiritual world. The reflection of the spiritual world is situated on desire, just as a tree's reflection is situated on water. Desire is a cause of things being situated in this reflected material light. One who wants to get out of this material existence must know this tree thoroughly through analytical study. Then he can cut off his relationship with it. This tree, being the reflection of the real tree, is an exact replica. Everything is there in the spiritual world. The impersonalists like Brahman to be the root of the material tree, and from the root, according to Sankhya philosophy, come Prakriti, Purusha, and then the three gunas, then the five gross elements, Panchamahabhuta, then the 10 senses, the Sendriya, mind, etc. In this way, they divide up the whole material world into 24 elements. If Brahman is the center of all manifestations, then this material world is a manifestation of the center by 180 degrees. And other 180 degrees constitute the spiritual world. The material world is a perverted reflection, so the spiritual world must have the same variegatedness, but in reality, the Prakriti is the external energy of the Supreme Lord, and the Purusha is the Supreme Lord Himself. That is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Since this manifestation is material, it is temporary. A reflection is temporary, for it is sometimes seen and sometimes not seen. But the origin from where the reflection is reflected is eternal. The material reflection of the real tree has to be cut off. When it is said that a person knows the Vedas, it is assumed that he knows how to cut off attachment to this material world. If one knows that process, he actually knows the Vedas. One who is attracted by the ritualistic formula of the Vedas is attracted by the beautiful green leaves of the tree. He does not exactly know the purpose of Vedas. The purpose of the Vedas, as disclosed by the personality of Godhead Himself, is to cut down this reflected tree and attain the real tree of the spiritual world. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
We cannot hear you, Prabhu.
Can you hear now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Now it is.
Okay. So we are saying that we are talking about a special tree, right? Imperishable banyan tree. Krishna is saying Urdhva Moolam Adha Shakam Ashvatam Prahur Avyayam. Avyayam means eternal. And Chandamsi. Chandamsi Yasya Parnani. So this Lord Sri Krishna is just giving in a very, very brief, yeah, which we will later try to understand the variegatedness of this tree, what is a branch, what is a leaf, what is a fruit, what is a flower, and all these things. But this is only details about the Vedas. But ultimately, the Vedas are to know what is yes, tam Vedas sa Vedavit. Uh, One who knows this tree is the knower of Vedas. Hmm. So, um, so we are talking about few important aspects here. We are talking about to understand where we are living. This entire material world is compared here to a banyan tree. Krishna is saying this material world is, you can just, uh, uh, because for one engaged in true two acts, there is no end to this banyan tree, which is very, very deep rooted. Hmm. We know that this banyan trees, yeah, so even there is a natural disturbances, it's very difficult for uprooting a huge banyan tree. If you go to Chennai, I think there's a, I don't know if it's the biggest uh, banyan tree in the world, or at least, yeah, I went and I've seen. Oh, I don't know where it starts, where it ends. It's expands across a few kilometers. Mm. And I don't know if someone have gone something called Chakra Vyuha or a Padma Vyuha. I don't know. Somewhere it's in Maharashtra, I think. I don't know where exactly it is. But there's a nice big a complex, a big construction where you enter from one side and yeah, then you have to come out from other side. But there is only one exit. But it appears that you are exiting, and this is something like what do you call this? Labyrinths, right? Where you start entering into in a garden which is filled with some different kinds of mm, partitionings or divisions, or pathways, where you tend to think, hey, you have reached the goal, but it's not the goal, and you keep going round and round and round. Um, I don't know if someone has seen that. Hmm. So this banyan tree is huge and complex that we don't have any clue where is it starting, where is it ending. Hmm. One wanders from branch to branch with no end. So you may go from one floor to the other floor. Yeah, just like as I was compared. I don't know. Has anyone visited such a thing? I don't know if it's Jantar Mantar, not Jantar Mantar, but I think it is something called Chakravyuha or Padmavyuha. Uh, no one saw. Yeah, when I was kid, I went there, and yeah, it was like fun because initially you enter into it, and then you start seeing so many things on the way that and you are thinking now you are going to come out, but you're not coming out. You're going again and again from different floors, different levels and exits, and finally after you come, you have a great relief. In the end, you didn't want to play that game so long. So we are also in this material world. We thought it's going to be great fun, and we came into this, and then we started moving from one branch to the other branch, one life to the other life, one one floor or one level to the other level. That way we are going in circles, and at some stage we will think, hey, this is not going to help us. Then I don't know. Maybe we should have such experience here. I think. Where did we do this labyrinth? Was it in Dinath Prabhu? What was that? Ravensburg, right? A small, a small one was there, right? Hmm. And yeah. So finally, we start asking, hey, is it the right way to go out? When we are tired of playing, we want to stop this play, and then we start asking hints. And what is that hint? Is this Vedas? Huh? If I think if we feel that now it's enough, we are tired of going through this cycle of birth and death, tired of going through this phase of happiness, distress, pain, pleasure, all these dualities. Hmm, there is indeed a way out. Hmm. What is that? Is to turn towards Vedic hymns. And the purpose of Vedic hymns is to just elevate oneself gradually to this understanding. Uh, why to understand this tree of illusion is very important. One who understands this indestructible tree of illusion can get out of it by cutting it. The other day when we were having Bhagavad Sapta, we went through this. What is it? Um, mm, yeah, Rishabh Dev was telling to his sons, lead a detached life. And when Jada when he was conversing with Rahugana, he was also saying the same thing. And so we see it's very, very important to understand this. What is that? To detach, mm, to detach ourselves. And not only that, but to understand that we can't go in circles forever. Of course, if we want, we can do it. We are being eternal beings and being having the free will, we can choose keep going from one branch to the other branch. But when we come to this point that there is no point in doing all these things because we are missing the main thing, eternal happiness, which is not here, then we have to start uh, taking the support of Vedas. Therefore, one who is in Krishna consciousness, who is engaged in devotional service, is already known, knows the Vedas, and that is the purpose. So that is the purpose of Vedas. Huh? And then one has to understand this tree. When we understand the nature, yeah. Last chapter we were understanding the modes of nature. Huh? Um, and then we understand, okay, how to get rid of it by cutting. Huh? Uh, and what is the sword? The sword of detachment. Detachment is the sword through which we can free ourselves. Because if we, if we, I don't know if you have seen. Um, a spiral thing or a spring, let's say a spring. If you put it and then if you turn it, then it will start winding and winding things, and then when you pull, everything will come out. Mm. But uh, we are not talking about that which is already bent in all ways, and yeah, we are talking about something which is a sword, which is sharp and which is straight and which can cut. And so attachment is something like we are curling everything and pulling ourselves, connecting ourselves. Mm. So rather, a sword can actually cut things and can make us free. So the process of extrication from the material world is the only means. And how can we attain that is by practicing devotional service. Because um, we see that Krishna in every chapter in the end, he is definitely saying us that he's telling Arjuna, uh, this is this. Why you are thinking all these things? The best thing is to do what? Devotional service, to have full uh, focus on the path of devotion and attain perfection. The basic principles of devotional service is detachment. Here we see in this chapter the highlight. The beginning itself is saying we cannot attain bhakti with attachment. If we have bhakti, uh, then we have automatically achieved detachment. It's not that, okay, while having a lot of attachment, we can have bhakti, because attachment itself is a cause of showing our back to Krishna and hey, we want to enjoy ourselves. The bhakti, rather than Swami bhakti, we had developed Swabhakti, means we have started thinking that I am very important, I am to be served. Either I serve myself, no one is serving, but if I have some servants, engage them in my service. So when we give up this propensity, which is through detachment, then we can actually, take up to this process of attaching by what do you call transcendental service. Yeah, then we start understanding, oh, I am not the master, so why am I asking everything for me? After all, everything is for whom? For pleasing the Lord. So everything is for Him. So let me offer my service. So it's this through detachment from Swabhakti and attachment to hmm, Swami Bhakti is what is the Purushottama Yoga. And there is also some further details that Prabhupada is mentioning, that the spiritual world consists of undifferentiated Brahman only. This is what the impersonalist think. There is undifferentiated. No, there is lot of variegatedness, lot of differentiation. We can't say that the tree is completely only a branch. No, it has a trunk, it has a branch, it has its roots, huh? It has its leaves, hmm? Parn, Parnani. Yeah, this is what. Uh, so, so this upside down tree indicates that it is a reflection of the on the bank of a river. Yeah? So we don't see some. We haven't unless there are some nice. What do you call this? Animations or or fantasy world which is showing. Otherwise we see all the trees have the roots in the soil in the earth, and then um, the tree is growing upward. Hmm? How is it that something is upside down? It's possible when we can see that this tree on the bank of a river or water, and then we start seeing, okay, what we see is that um, this tree which is now 180 degrees. We started seeing, okay, what is it? If you see the leaves, everything are in the water, and you see that, okay, it is the trunk or the root which is actually upward. Hmm. This shows that the spiritual world is full of variety and not just unvariegated Brahman. Brahman is the center of all manifestation. That is definitely. This material world is manifestation of center by 180 degrees, and other 180-degree constitutes the spiritual world. Hmm? So we can see this is a reflection. The world where we are living is a reflection to the spiritual world. Yeah. This means um, to know through Vedas we can understand this. When we don't understand Vedas properly, we may misunderstand the the variegatedness. We may not understand that, okay, the Lord the Lord is mm, we may think he's just only Brahman effulgence. There is nothing. We have to just merge into it. No. Um, it means that the essence is, yeah, Krishna is saying to understand the Vedas, and that too, to understand Vedas is to understand Him. Vedavit is the one who understands this tree, to understand this material world, to understand the spiritual world, and it means that one knows how to cut off this attachment to this material world. Only he can be called as Vedavit. Otherwise, just if I think the common reference we call as Trivedi, Dvivedi, Chaturvedi, all or just titles when we don't understand that indeed the purpose is to cut off with this binding. So one who is attracted by ritualistic Vedic formulas is just attracted by the beautiful green leaves of the banyan tree and does not know the purpose of Vedas. Mm. So this is what Krishna is saying, that we should understand this. The purpose of all these things is not, okay, how many shlokas are there, how many shlokas I know, but with each shloka am I able to attain this goal of life. Are there any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, we see that some people get the perfection even in a very short time, like he just said. He just heard a few words
Mhm.
of sloka and he attained the perfection.
Mhm.
So, what is that? What is that? The point that we read so much and even after hearing so much and we are doing, but we don't attain perfection or we don't realize the point. And on the other hand, some people yeah achieve the perfection in a very short time. So, what is that that they do, or yeah,
Yeah.
is it faith or
So it is, yeah, we have to understand that the pure devotional service is very rare. Mm. And if we see, there are in the nectar of devotion, there are six characteristics, or even nine, I think. There are six characteristics of the pure devotional service, and one is that, um, yeah, it if one engages in the devotional service properly without attachment, as I said, then his life is quite swift to go through, and then he understands and he gets perfection. But if we are in the process of, mm, um, putting the seed in the soil and mm, not giving what it needs. Now I know, okay, uh, Adirasa Prabhu, I know that Bhagavad Gita is the Bible. Bhagavad Gita is the book that I need to read. I know everything, but if it is in my cupboard lying like that, hmm, so what happens is that I'm not giving it enough attention. Um, when I'm not giving it enough attention, then I get more attachment to the other things. When the attachment is growing more and more, then the thickness of the dirt that is accumulated on our heart is increasing more and more, and we don't appreciate the greatness of Bhagavad Gita or such Vedic scriptures. And what is up? And coming back to your question, so why for some it's quite fast, yeah, and for some is, yeah, they are very attentive. They are very attentive, yeah, because they are very attentive to the detail, and then they are able to apply that. And because they are attentive, they are applying. And yeah, one of the qualities of pure devotional service is that it is granted by the Lord. No? In fact, it is the Lord who is bestowing and finally granting what he can get or he should get. Uh, is still the mercy of the Lord, and see, this mercy of the Lord is um, mm, not so straightforward, because Krishna is saying, I can give even moksha. Liberation is also I can give, but not bhakti. Yeah. So one has to be very, very attentive in his practices, in devotional service. One should be very serious. One should be, um, yeah, if you see in the nectar of devotion, um, where Rupa Goswami, where he is referring to Hari Bhakti Vilas, giving all the do's and don'ts of in devotional life, there are these very important three things. The first thing is what? Accepting shelter of a spiritual master. Yeah. Which we call, either we can call it as Sharanagati, or we can call it even Ashraya. Guru Ashraya is the first thing. The second thing is initiation, Diksha, to connect to the Parampara, to take Diksha. And the third thing is that to offer service, Seva, uh, with awe and reverence. So these three things are very important, so that whatever we want, if we want to achieve very rapid advancement, these three things are very important. In addition to these three things, there are five more things I think we may have heard very often is, what is that? Engaging in deity worship, serving the deity in the temple or home, or on indications of festivals. So deity worship is one. The second one is yeah, hearing to Srimad Bhagavatam. Third one is um, in the association of devotees, to be in the association of devotees, which means engaging in the services uh, with the devotees. Third one. Fourth one is to engage in Sankirtan, to always chant the glories of the Lord. And the fifth one is, yeah, to visit the holy places where the Lord has done pastimes, like Mathura, Vrindavan. So these are ways how, when we are attentive, we need to prioritize these things in our life. Rather, if we think that one fine day the Lord will shower His mercy and all these eight things, or yeah, what did I say? Yeah, eight things will come on their own. It may be, but the chances are very, very rare. Yeah. So that's why it is said that association of devotees is very important. There are two ways how one can attain bhava, stage of bhav. Uh, how can one attain that stage? It's possible by two ways. One is that uh, to be in the association of devotees, yeah, and the second one is by Krishna himself giving it. And the second one, it said that it's very, very rare, because Krishna knows, yeah, and even the nectar of devotion is also saying that the pure devotional service is so priceless, so powerful that Lord doesn't give. Why? Because the sixth characteristics of pure devotional service is Shri Krishna um, Akarshi. So even the Krishna is attracted by this, which means one can even purchase Krishna with this pure devotional service. So it is so powerful. So Krishna is not granting just like that. He's only seeing who is that pure devotee and he grants to him only. So these are some points, yeah, in towards like why some get it. Yeah, for example, when we go back to this story where we say, hey, this commander, he had a bad thought, right? He wanted to even kill and become the king. So how could he become? And what about this king? Yeah, that he had to give up his kingdom, go to a forest, he had to read 15 chapter and then attain the success. Yeah, there we may be still talking about some karma, some mercy of the Lord. Yeah. So the important aspect is the potency of the chapter, the potency of this gyan, potency of detachment. This is what we can understand here. If we don't know more past life of either the king or the commander, right? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
So we don't know. But what we can see is that the mercy of the Lord is definitely towards people who are engaging in this, what is it called? The process of regulated devotional service. When we engage ourselves, then we understand the Vedas. I mean, this is the essence here. When we understand the Vedas, then we understand what should we do, and when we understand that, that's how we can advance. Yeah, I don't know if it answer your question.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you. And Prabhuji, for the horse life,
Hmm.
so for the horse, Prabhuji, we can say he was attentive, and also because of his past life activities, he attained that much perfection just by hearing one shloka.
I can't comment. I can only say what Lord Shiva said to Parvati, that and which can give us, okay, it's possible. Yeah, which means that even if someone is like that, there is a hope that okay, hmm, the by some grace, if we hear to chapter 15, so that's where I will emphasize the essence here in this story is to understand the potency of the chapter. Yeah, in fact, when the king was reading, then we can also see the king was also reading, right? But it didn't happen. So it's not so important to know whether or when someone has left or not left. It's more important that finally both have left, right? Yeah, both have attained
Yes,
by. I think
yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
that is a success story which should inspire us rather seeing the timing. Let's leave it to the Lord and let's be sincere to ourselves.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna. Any other questions, comments?
Hello, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sanjeev Prabhu.
So I had this question regarding one point that you mentioned about the importance of rituals. So you said that people are often like entangled in rituals, so and they don't understand the meaning of Vedas, so they are not able to understand the true meaning. So they are
Mm-hmm.
attracted to it is like they are attracted to the leaves of this great tree.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I want to know like how important are the rituals, and sometimes when we are doing the rituals, so uh, not everyone is like able to understand the true meaning at the start. I think
Mm-hmm.
so. How can we like avoid getting entangled in the
Mm.
ritual or the process and not understanding the true meaning?
Yeah. So, thank you. It's a very nice question, which opens up to a nice topic where we are discussing that, okay, after all, if Vedas are all, yeah, which are indeed telling how to lead a life, yeah, we are talking about something, for example, sanskaras. Let's take example of sanskaras. There is Upanayana Sanskar, there is Vivaha Sanskar, there is Shraddh Sanskar. So many sanskaras are there. When we talk, these are rituals. Yeah, for now. And then when one is practicing all these things, what is happening is, yeah, one is one should follow these sanskaras so that they get to follow what the Vedas are describing. And now, do we know what is happening as part of the Vivaha Sanskar? We know that, okay, a priest is there, a priest in front of that. There are two sides. They are coming together. There is a white cloth divider, and after some time, this divider is gone. And after that, they both, the bride and groom, are sitting together, and they do something. And after 3 hours, uh, they end up in um, receiving their guests, gifts, and all these things, right? Yeah? For example, this is what we can see as one ritual, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
How much have we understood the essence or the purpose of this marriage, and what are the mantras that are recited? What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of going 7 times around the fire? What are we doing each time when we are walking a step forward together? When we do not understand this, then what we obviously will do is, after the marriage, we are more focused of where to go for a honeymoon, how to celebrate our life of togetherness, how to make a family, how to have nice um, job, nice position, nice family. Yeah, isn't it? But just imagine if that we understood what has happened during this marriage. Yeah, if we understand the essence, then we understand, oh, I need to lead a regulated life, not a free life, not an animalistic life, not. So, coming back to your question, it's very important that we perform rituals, but we should understand the purpose of each ritual. uh, and then we have a hope that we can practice it properly. Yeah, so entering into a grahastha ashram is not a small thing. uh, Getting married is not automatically bringing one into a grahastha ashram. Grihastha ashram means to understand that the Lord is our master. Yeah, it's not that only wife and husband are living in the house, but the master of the house is the Lord, and we are his servants. And this is what is the understanding that we agree together, that we help each other to attain this mission. If you understand that, then we advance, isn't it? Otherwise, what is happening? We are committing more and more entangled, seeing the glories, yeah, of these flowers, these fruits, these leaves. And then what happens at the time of death? Uh, is something going to happen? Hey, no, no, after all, I have done a very pakka Vedic marriage. So, because I followed Vedas, so what should happen? What should happen? Did I lead a life according to the Vedas? We missed that point. And after 50 years, when we remember, it's too late, isn't it? And that's why what happens when we die again, we have to take birth again. And we go through the cycle of birth and death, jumping from one branch to the other branch. And yeah, and the good thing, the Vedas are giving us mm, the knowledge, the light through which we can see things, at least in a more detached form, detached way of life. But what we are doing is, we are practicing all rituals. There is a called pandit or a priest, who, when we go to a temple, then yeah, after all, I have paid 15 rupees or 100 rupees or whatever, and then I give a coconut, I give some flowers, and then the Lord is being offered on my name, on my behalf, with my gotra, with my name. And where is my consciousness? Hmm? Either it's not there, or if it is there, the consciousness is all about asking, right? I ask Lord, Lord, please give me protection out of so many things, or give me from some nice position. Oh Lord, no, I don't want all these things. I want just, I came to see you. Hmm? When we come to this point that, oh, I came, I'm offering all these services, that I just want to thank you, I want to serve you, that is bhakti. But otherwise, what is happening? It becomes a routine. What is that? benefit that we may attain is okay, some Sukruti, because after all, there are so many non-religious people, there are so many atheists, there are some theism in me, because I see, yeah, I see that, oh, uh, just like I don't know if, what do you call this? Tribals, right? Even tribals, they see, hey, this nature is wonderful, and behind this wonderful nature, there is some superpower. Let me offer my respects to him. That is innate in every being. Innate capacity of every person is to appreciate greatness. That hmm, um, either we are calling it as superpower or we are calling it as the Lord. That's a different thing, but that appreciation is anyway there. But what happens with the devotion, with the process of devotion, is that when we engage in this process, we call it as sadhana bhakti. uh, and sadhana bhakti is of two types or even three. Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, and then there is this raganuga and ragatmika sadhana bhakti. So when we take up to this process of engaging in the do's and don'ts, then we start appreciating what is the purpose of all these Vedas. And this is what, Krishna is saying in the beginning, that he is the one who knows Vedas, means he is the one who understood that we have to lead a detached life and engage in the service of the Lord. I don't know if this answered your question. Otherwise, I'll add more to it.
Yes, I understand, Puji. So I had also this like, on the other hand, the follow-up question is like that some
Mm-hmm.
people or another like some people have this idea that it is more important to focus on the meaning of the rituals and not on the rituals itself. So there is always this dichotomy, like and the person is person like me, especially like I'm very I'm in a situation like whether to focus on the rituals more or whether to focus on more on the meaning side, and what is the importance of ritual. Then if we truly understand the meaning, then why to follow the
Yeah,
ritual? So if
yeah,
you can just give me some clarity over this, then yeah.
yeah. So, if you want a straight answer, the answer would be that focus more on uh, what we have to do in this yuga. If you really ask me, because rituals, when we are talking, these are coming from, time immemorial, and we are talking about different yugas. It's more practical, but in this yuga, yeah, in this yuga where a lot of duplicity is there, hypocrisy is there, where the priests who are performing the rituals, I don't know what quality they carry in their own sadhana, right? When we are talking, the priest should be brahmanas, isn't it? Hmm?
Yes,
The
yes.
ritual, the priest should be a brahman, and brahman should be of a very good quality. What does it mean? A good quality means he should also have the proper acharan. Uh, So for which, if he has to do proper acharan, he needs to also understand that properly, isn't it? So if we have found such a nice priest, hmm, and if he is engaging himself or engaging us in such a ritual, it will have its good result, isn't it? Hmm? If a person, ultimately the priest, what is he? He is kind of helping us to get closer to the Lord. If he is able to do it, a ritual is fine. But otherwise, no, it's only kind of he's he's cheating, we are cheated, isn't it? It's going a cheating business that's going on in the name of a business called rituals, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. I mean, I think that this is also very controversial in
Yeah,
present times in our society, and a lot of evils have been committed in the
yes,
name of rituals,
yes,
and there's no
yes,
actually quality control, and it is
yes,
also very subjective, so
right.
nobody can define like.
So, but there is a safer way, because when we talk about, okay, this is, it's not something unseen or unexpected that is happening now in the 21st century. This is expected because we are living in Kali Yuga, and the nature of Kali Yuga means it is the age where a lot of quarrel and hypocrisy is prevailing, where people do not trust, people cheat, people want to exploit. All these things are more compared to the other yugas. And the best thing, or dharma, yuga dharma. Yeah? Yuga dharma means the thing that we should do is what is called yuga dharma. And for this yuga, it is said Sankirtan Yajna. Yeah, when we're talking about ritual is done through yagyas, right? And the yagya that is recommended in this Kali Yuga is to take the holy name of the Lord, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in this, it's isn't it so easy, because we are not relying on some priests, either their quality or all these things, that is secondary. The easiest thing is you can practice on your own self. You can with proper practice, with proper consciousness, we can do this. And not only that, is it a compromise? Is it a compromise solution that okay, people are taking to the holy name because they cannot do the yajna? No, it is the sublime and simplest and most powerful way, because the yuga dharma means this is the most important and the most best, and there is no other means through which one can attain the same level of success. But because we are coming from a traditional, from a, what do you call this, families where the sanskaras are there, yes, yeah, there are sanskars, we try to do as best as possible we can, and then go forward. But we cannot say that is going to save us. What is going to save us is the holy name of the Lord. When we take to the name of the Lord, that is what will save us, not any other thing, because there is no purity in the priest. I mean, of course, I'm sorry I'm saying this, there are, as you said, subjective. There are so many nice qualified priests. Yeah, if we can get access to them, we should. Yeah, there are really who understand this. The quality is important. There are people. It's not that only uh, there is no more such quality. There is, but even if we go to them, they will also tell it is the holy name of the Lord. It is the name of, just take the name of the Lord, everything will happen. They also are convinced with this understanding. And what I was bringing up. Yeah, so subjective, right? So let's say, okay, there is some percentage, okay, we can access to them, we can perform sanskaras, yeah, we can do all these rituals. But what is the reason for this ritual? We should understand. Is it going to give me material result? Even if a pakka, yeah, Sanjay Prabhu, you went to a nice priest who is an expert and he is well known in three worlds, yeah, and he is doing a nice ritual, and for what? Uh, for you becoming a very rich person, and indeed, yeah, you became very rich. Are we going to take with us that richness? Hmm? Because we are just going from one branch to the other branch. Just imagine you have a heavy load. You can't carry that heavy load to the next branch. You have to leave it where it is, and you have to jump. So even if we are facilitated with such nice experts, but what is going to happen is that rituals, yeah, we should understand what rituals are we doing, if what ritual is the ritual for elevation, not beyond. How do we call something is for elevation is if this brings me closer to Krishna, which means this is eternal. This means that it is not in this world that it's going to, I have to leave it, but it is going to come with me. Yeah. So when we engage in such rituals, uh, which is the next topic, yeah, let's not talk about priest now. Let's talk about the dravya, the ingredients. What is the quality of the ingredients of ghee today? Uh, the clarified butter that we need to use, right? What is the quality of the samhitas, the wood that we need to use? There are special types of woods, not any neem, or we can't take, hey, I have a mango field. Let me take some. No, there's some special wood which will give a special result. Hariyama, and then there's so many other things, right? So first thing means for yagya you need to be very very rich, and even if you are very rich, there is no guarantee you get proper ingredients. Even if you have proper ingredients, there is no guarantee you may have a good priest. And all these three are one side. The fourth one is about the opportune auspicious time. Are we ready to wait for that time? Hmm? So I think we are in a world where we understand dynamics very well. So when these so many things are there, what is the chance that we may do a proper yajna, a proper ritual, a perfect ritual? Hmm? Every year when we hear about the what is that? What do you call this? Ugadi time they read about how good is this year. Uh, we tend to hear more uh, dangerous situations that are coming as influence of the year. Of course, again, coming from a scientific background, you may say, hey, how is it possible? That's a different topic. But yeah, we see that the days are going more in the direction of disasters, isn't it? What do you say, Prabhu?
Yes, I agree truly. Yeah, we are going towards a new phase of mass extinction. We're
Yeah,
already making many of the species extinct, and it's
mm,
getting worse day by day.
yeah. So this is what happens. Yeah, we can't say, okay, yeah. Um, India is a country of what do we call? Yeah, so many rituals and yeah, we are coming from all these things. But yeah, when we don't understand why we are doing how we are doing, either we give up because we don't have faith, or we give up too much attention, but we are using for or misusing, and then in the end we ourselves are lost. We don't know what are we doing, and this is, I think, your main question, isn't it? Huh? We find ourselves lost in this whole things that are happening.
Yes, and yeah, as you mentioned true, correctly, that grown up in a traditional family, so since childhood you see so many rituals, and when you then grow up and uh, come in and listen to lectures like yourself, and you are like then trying to realize that there is always this imbalance between the
Mm.
rituals and the true meaning, and
Yeah,
we must understand the true meaning. And I don't know, also following the ritual at the same time, but I think that you I got my answer that chanting the name of
yeah,
Lord is like the only ritual I think that we need.
yeah. Because um, yeah, other things are only kind of, yeah, we are artificially practicing, isn't it? Yeah, because we have seen there is huge heaps of information about how to do Ashwamedha Yagya or that Yagya or these things or different kinds of rituals. We are just practicing on name because oh we hope for some miracle to happen, that miracle will save me, or or of a responsibility or of a duty, so many reasons. But yeah, scriptures are clearly saying that Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevalam Kalau Nastyeva 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 Gatir Anyatha. Yeah, and yeah, there might be so many people may give so many tips or so many uh, solutions, but foolproof solution is the holy name. Because we see in Srimad Bhagavatam many places just by taking to the name of the Lord, then how one attained perfection. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Sanjeev. Bro. As I said, this question is very nice in itself to understand how to, yeah, practice properly and what to practice properly. Yeah, this that is the reason also Krishna is saying Vedavid means not one who is expert in Sama Veda, Yajurveda or Atharvana Veda, all these things. Yeah, I don't know. You can just take some time, interview some priests, and then you can easily understand what is the understanding of them of each Vedas. Yeah, if you just ask. Um, I came across someone. I asked, "What is the meaning of?" Anyway, I don't remember now. He. It was very basic. Yeah, just one line, and then he has no understanding. But he's an expert of making, conducting big marriages or all these things. Maybe I didn't come. So there are some experts. Yeah, we should really, yeah, if we get a chance. But as I said, because when there is deity worship. Deity worship is, as I said, among the eight. The deity worship is there. And yeah, how easy it is when we follow the deity worship based on the Pancharatra Vidhi. There is Narad Pancharatra Vidhi. He explained how to perform in a very easy way so that we can develop bhav or to devotion to the Lord. There are these, we offer Shodasha Upacharas, right? We have, and all this is to get close and close to the Lord. When we do not remember that, ultimately the purpose of all, this is what is Rupa Goswami is saying in Nectar of Devotion. Ultimately, all these rituals and everything is towards what is only one thing. Even when we are following this comes under Vaidhi Bhakti. Yeah, when we're talking about this deity worship, all this, the purpose is to do what? To remember Krishna always and never to forget him. That is the principle. Yeah. If such an opportunity comes, why not? Yeah. But Krishna made it very simple, because in Kalisantaran Upanishad, the Lord Brahma says to Narada Muni that yeah, Kali Yuga is very dangerous, and because Narada Muni is saying Kali Yuga Prabhav is so bad, and what is the saving grace? He says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This 16 syllable mantra will save them, and that too not just save them. This is a golden opportunity. The Kali Yuga, other yugas, you have to do many years of penances, many. You have to leave home, you have to become a yogi, you have to do that, you have to do this, so many things. But the beauty of this yuga, this is what Lord Brahma says to Narada Muni. The beauty of this yuga is that one who engages in chanting this name, and then Narada Muni asks, "What is the mantra? Can you tell?" This is the mantra, he said. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for this clarification and nice answer.
Yeah, thank you. Let's take 2 minutes. If our dear Varsanila Mataji can turn on video, if she is available. Today is her glorious birthday. We can wish.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank
Yes.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Let me turn off spotlight. Oh, I don't know what to do now. So let me stop my video then. I don't know. Did you turn on your video? I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. We turned on our video.
Yes. Okay. Wish you a happy Krishna conscious appearance day.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Glad to
We
see
were
you.
waiting for last 2 days to attend the classes, but somehow, yeah, the classes couldn't happen. But thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wishes and the classes. It was
Yeah.
nice.
I think you're still recovering from a trip back to Germany.
Yeah, I almost recovered. Yeah,
Nice.
to adjust to the that cold weather, extreme cold weather, it took 2 days. But yeah, fine, Prabhuji.
Okay. Good. So yeah, eager to see you here. When you come here,
Yes,
we can
Prabhuji.
celebrate.
Yes.
Nevertheless, wishes and best wishes, greetings are always with you.
Yeah, much needed also, Prabhuji. All of your wishes, all of your association. So yes, Prabhuji, will come sometime soon
Yeah.
to have your darshan.
We were missing the Tivra Bhakti since a few months. I hope that Tivra Bhakti also is.
I am missing the what you say in the fuel to become Triya Bhakti also, Prabhuji.
No, that is innate capacity you already have.
No, Prabhuji, that comes from everyone. So yeah, Prabhuji, and but yeah, I still remember that somehow that last time for Geeta Jayanti, when I heard your voice, it felt like, oh my God, so much I am not hearing. So on that day, so yeah, now I am happy that we are back and we can often hear your classes. Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
thank you.
Happy Krishna conscious birthday, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
We wish you a very, very happy Krishna conscious birthday, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mata. Very happy to see you back after that last time. We missed your thoughts, we missed everything. You are a great service through
No,
online
Mama,
education.
I have to, pick from where I left.
Yeah, Mataji. Welcome back and wish you a very happy Krishna conscious birthday.
Thank you, Mata.
Raman
Yes.
bless you to progress further and inspire us as usual. Thank you.
Yes,
Hare
Mata. Yeah, I am taking inspiration from all of you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mata.
Hare Krishna, Mata.
Happy
Hare Krishna.
Krishna conscious birthday to you, Mataji. Happy to
Thank
see you again.
Yeah, I'm also likewise very happy to be back in our Sangha.
Yes, please inspire us from your presence.
I am getting inspiration from all of you, Mataji. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mata. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Wish you a very, very happy Krishna conscious birthday.
Thank you, Mataji.
And we are missing your association.
Me too. Likewise. Yes,
Hare
ma'am.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Happy Krishna conscious
Birthday,
appearance
Mataji.
day, Mataji.
Ah,
Yeah,
thank
nice
you.
to see you back
Thank
in Lindau. And
Yes. Yes,
keep
yes,
in contact.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for all your blessings and wishes. Thank you so much.
Happy Krishna conscious birthday, Mataji. So
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. I'm
yeah,
just
we
hearing all
you.
of your voices and I can feel more energetic.
Yeah, we missed all of both of you association for last 2 months. So please
We also, Prabhuji.
visit. You already have the passport to do this proof. So.
Yes, Prabhuji, sure.
And when we see you, you look like a Brajvasi Mata. You are going into that direction.
No, 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 just start for the class without combing and anything. So maybe you are making fun of that, but yeah, Prabhuji. Yeah, we really actually missed you all because here you had so many people for each other, but yeah, we depend on you guys more. So yeah, I think we really indeed missed you all so much. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
Happy conscious birthday, Mataji.
Oh, thank you so much, Lakshan. Thank you so much.
Happy Krishna conscious birthday, Mataji, and have a very nice, year. Thanks to you and Prabhuji, you guys also showed us Vrindavan while you were there. I think Radha Kund Prabhuji showed, so thank you for darshan and looking forward for your association, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Likewise, thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wishes, and yeah, something we can do. That's it.
Hare Krishna Mataji, a very happy Krishna conscious birthday and life.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You
Thank you so much.
And may Shri
Thank-
Shri Gauranga Dayal Nitai always keep you connected to the lotus feet of Vaishnavas, Guru and Gauranga.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Your wishes means a lot.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dankeli Mataji, blessings are up. Her hand is raised.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so this short one, maybe we'll be able to wish you properly in message later. But we want to take the opportunity to have the darshan. Bless you. And then,
Yeah, Prabhuji.
because
I
I
hope
know
you are
that
not
your day might be very busy, so attending so many phone calls, may be difficult. Here in one shot, you could do it.
Yeah, actually, what I like, Prabhuji, that I could also personally say thanks to each one of you for your wishes, and I hope you all did not get scared by my darshan. So, yeah, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, vanchakalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna to everyone. Have a nice week.
Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.